ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। Can repeat. द्वितीय अध्याय द्वितीयावल्ली 6th मंत्र। हन्तत इदं प्रवक्ष्यामि
हन्तत
इदं प्रवक्ष्यामि
गुह्यं ब्रह्म सनातनम्
गुह्यं ब्रह्म सनातनम्
यथा च मरणं प्राप्य
यथा
च मरणं प्राप्य
आत्मा भवति गौतम
आत्मा भवति गौतम
योनिमन्ये प्रपद्यन्ते
योनिमन्ये प्रपद्यन्ते
शरीरत्वाय देहिनः
शरीरत्वाय देहिनः
स्थाणुमन्येऽनुसंयन्ति यथा कर्म यथा श्रुतम्
यथा कर्म यथा श्रुतम्
ययेष सुप्तेषु जागर्ति
जागर्ति
कामं कामं पुरुषो निर्मिमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदेवामृतमुच्यते। तस्मिन् लोकाः श्रुताः सर्वे
तस्मिन् लोकाः
तस्मिल्लोकाश्रिताः
सर्वे
सर्वे
तदुनात्येति कश्चन
तदुनात्येति
कश्चन
एतद्वैतत्
एतद्वैतत्
up to this the mantra we have seen. The previous mantra, in fact the Aikyam was talked about. Jiva Ishvara Aikyam. Jivasya Jivaswarupam. Jivaswarupam is not different from Brahma. Brahma is Jivaswarupam, Jivasya Swarupam. When Jivatma and Paramatma are one and the same, then what about the Jagat? Jagat being Nitya, and the Upadhi of Jivatma being Nitya. So therefore there is Aikyam. Therefore there is Aikyam, and therefore Ekam Brahma. So there is only Brahma alone. Brahma Vastu Eva. Ekam Brahma Eva. So that Veda, the Upadhi Veda, that there seems to be duality. There seems to be Dvaitam. By Mithya Darshanam, the Dvaitam which is superimposed on the Jiva, on the Jagat, is resolved into Advaita Brahma. So, therefore, the moksha for Jiva is this Jnanam, this Ekatva Jnanam Vijnanam. This Ekatva Vijnanena Jivasya Mokshaha. Jivanam Mokshaha. This Ekatva Vijnanena, as we saw in Mundaka Upanishad, by this Jnanam, Sarvamidam Vijnanam Bhavati. So, therefore, by this Jnanam, the vision of the Shastram, by this Jnanam, the vision of the Shastram, that is the Aikyam. By Aikyam, by falsifying the Jagat, that is Mithya, Jagat being Mithya, and this by Jivatma, Paramatma, the Aikyam, by falsifying the Jagat, by this Ekatva Vijnanam, by this Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikyam, this Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikyam, this Jnanam not only makes the Jiva understand there is that Jiva, the individual, is not different from Paramatma. Also the Jagat is not different from Ishvara. So therefore, the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, this Veda is resolved into the understanding that there is Ekam Brahma, and Tat Brahma Agam Asmi. Jivat na Binnaha Agam Asmi. So therefore Jagat Karanam Brahma Agam Asmi. This Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam, that Ishvara, who is in the form of this Jagat, and I The individual who is a part of this, the created Jagat, is not different from Ishvara. This is the Jnanam, Ekatva Vijnanam. This Ekatva Vijnanam, the oneness, the knowledge of oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma, also reduces the Jagat. Also, the reduces to Jagat into Mithya. Because Jagat is nothing but the manifestation of the Ishvara. So when there is oneness, there is Jagat also. So therefore, the whole Jagat is myself. Mayeva sakalam jatam, my sarvam pratishthitam, my sarvam layam yati iti. That is the jnanam, ekatva jnanam. So therefore, that Brahma, that Brahma jnanam, that Brahma vidya, that alone is presented in all these mantras. Already it has been talked about in the previous sections and chapter also. Brahma has been talked about, and again it is talked about. In fact, it will be talked about further till the end. Again, the same topic. The Upanishad presents Brahma using different words. The same Brahma is talked about. What is the necessity to talk about the same thing? Already has been talked about. This repetition is not a dosha. In the case of this knowledge, this Vedanta Jnanam, Ekatva Jnanam, this repetition is not a dosha. The repetition, in fact, it is required. Because at every level, there is a misconception, wrong understanding about myself, about Brahma. That Atma, which cannot be Dvaitam, which cannot be confined to this Shariram, this taken to be real. This is mistaken to be the real. This Sharira, the Mithya Shariram is taken to be Brahma. Shariram is Brahma, but Brahma is not Shariram. So, and that at every level, the Shariram also, at Panchakosha level, there is a mistake. So, since the mistakes are committed at every levels, and also the Vyavahara is purely dependent on these mistakes, because there are many Jivatmas, and therefore Jagat is, therefore there is transaction. Our Abhimana with the Shariram is so strong, but Drida Abhimanam is the Sharira, Mana, and Indriya. So, therefore, the repetition is required. Therefore, it is not a dosha. The Tatparyam of the Shastra, in spite of the differences, in spite of the seeming differences, the differences are not real. The differences is only Mithya. Different upadhis are there, different sharirams are there, and some are chetanam, some are achetanam. So there is chetana, achetana, bheda is there. Therefore, naturally, the understanding, the wrong understanding of that Dvaitam being Satyam, Agam Ishvarat Bhinnaha, that Abhimanam will be very strong. Therefore, to negate that only Shastram again and again repeats the teaching, the Brahma Tattvam again and again, using different words, presents through different examples. In all the Upanishads, it is presented through different examples. Here also, in the next mantra, to show that Brahma is Ekam. Upadhi Vedat, it may seem to be different, but Upadhi being Mithya, there is only Ekam Brahma, and that is the Swarupam of Jivaha. The next mantra is going to talk about. And the example given is Agni. Agni is taken as an example. In fact, Agni and the next mantra also, Upanishad takes the Vayu as an example. So this Panchabhuta, among the Panchabhuta, Agni and Vayu as an example, the Upanishad takes and presents the Ekatva Jnanam. In fact, Jalam also can be taken as an example, because from the Agni Tattva, Agni onwards, Akasha is first, then Vayu, then Agni, then Apaha Prithvi is there. From Vayu, it's a five. From Vayu onwards, from Agni onward, there is it is Murta Panchabhuta. Only the Akasha and Vayu is Amurta. So among this Akasha, it is Sukshma. Vayu also is Sukshma only, but still Vayu can be perceived by sparsha, by touch. That can be taken as an example. And Agni also manifests in different forms, but it itself doesn't have a form. Similarly, the Vayu doesn't have form at all. It is not available for the Chakshur Indriya, but Vayu is there. It doesn't have form. And Jalam also doesn't have form. Jalam has the property of flowing. Therefore, it takes the shape of the object it occupies. It takes the shape of the container. So Jalam also. So among these, we can take Vayu, Agni, even Jalam also as an example to present that as these Bhuta take the shape of the container, or Jalam take the shape of the container, and Agni also take the shape of the Upadhi, through whichever Upadhi the Agni manifest. Similarly, the Vayu also, in whichever container the Vayu is kept, that shape the Vayu takes. And Vayu, even though it seems to be different, but there are no different Vayu, there are no different Agni, there are no different water. They all being same. Similarly, Brahma is also same, even though the Upadhis are different. Because of Upadhi Veda, therefore there seems to be a Veda between the Vayu, between the Agni, and that is what is being presented. Even in the Mundaka Upanishad, the next mantra, what we are going to see in the class, that is Yata Sudiptat Pavakat Vispulingaha. Another that important mantra. From the Pavaka, from the Agni, the sparks, the sparks which come from the Agni. Because of the Upadhi Veda, the difference, the spark appears to be very small, minute, but it is Agni. It has the same substance as the original Agni. There is no difference. The original Agni is a huge one. It's a big fire, but the spark is small. It is small because the Upadhi is different, therefore it appears to be small, but the substance, the Agni, is same. So therefore that Upanishad presents that it is the same Agni, it is present. And also one more factor is that, because of which this can be taken as an example, the Agni or Vayu. What Vayu is all pervasive, Sarva Vyapi. Relatively, not like Akasha, Vayu is all pervasive. Akasha is very subtle and therefore still more pervasive. But relatively, Vayu is all pervasive. Similarly, Agni is also all pervasive. That which is that which is sukshma will be all pervasive. That which is that is the all pervasiveness that depends on the sukshmatva. Akasha is ati sukshma, therefore it is all pervasive. Vayu also relatively subtle, therefore it is all pervasive. Agni also relatively, not like Vayu, but relatively sukshma, therefore Agni is also all pervasive. Then you may ask how Agni is all pervasive. We don't see. Agni is there, which is in the unmanifested, in the unmanifest form, it is present. Agni, in the unmanifest form, it is present everywhere. Everything has got a temperature. The temperature is nothing but is the Agni only. Even the kashta, the wood has Agni. Even the kashta has got Agni, but it is unmanifest. So, therefore, Agni is also unmanifest. Agni, which is unmanifest, is present everywhere. Therefore, that Agni, which in unmanifest form present everywhere, in many objects, many things, but there are no different Agnis. But there are no different Agnis. The Agni is only one. Similarly, this Brahma Chaitanyam, because of this Dvaita Prapancha seems to be divided, seems to be Parichinna, but it is not. It is not. It is only Ekam. Appears to be Parichinna, appears to be divided, appears to be many, plural, because of this Upadhi. But really speaking, it doesn't, Brahma doesn't have a specific location. It doesn't have a limitation, Brahma. So that is the nature of that Brahma, that Swarupam is presented through this Drishtanta, Agni Drishtanta, Vayu Drishtanta. And the purpose of presenting this again and again, as I said before, it is to, number one, to make this knowledge very strong. Because we have the natural tendency of forgetting things. So therefore Upanishad repeats, and also to make this jnanam very strong. To make this jnanam very strong, because the abhimana with Upadhi is strong. Therefore, to make this knowledge very strong and have the clear vision, the Upanishad again and again presents the same topic. The topic is the Swarupam of Brahma. So that is the background behind this mantra. So now we will read the Sangati. Bhashyakara gives the Sangati and he mentions why Upanishad talks about Brahma again. Aneka Tarkika Kubuddhi Vichalita Antakharananam.
Aneka Tarkika
Buddhi
Vichalita Antakaranam.
This is one word. It's a long samasa. Pramana Upapannam.
Pramana
Upapannam api.
Upapannam api.
Atmaikatva Vijnanam.
Atmaikatva Vijnanam.
Asakrit Uchyamanam api.
Asakrityamanam api.
Andruju Buddhinam.
Andrujabuddhinam.
Brahmananam.
Brahmananam.
Chetasi na adhiyate iti.
Chetasi adhiyate iti.
Tat pratipadane.
प्रतिपादने
आदरवती पुनः पुनः आह
आदरवती पुनः पुनः आह
श्रुतिः
श्रुतिः
अग्निर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
अग्निर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
रूपं
प्रतिरूपो बभूव
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
So this Atmaikatva Jnanam, Atmaikatva Vijnanam, Pramana Upapannam. This Vijnanam, this knowledge, it is Upapannam, Pramana Upapannam. This Atmaikatva Vijnanam, it is Upapannam, it is in keeping with the Pramanam, the means of knowledge, in keeping with the valid means of knowledge. That is important, not by the means of knowledge which are not valid, the invalid means of knowledge, not by invalid means of knowledge, only by valid. What does it mean? Not by other pramanam, other than Shruti pramanam. Even if it is logic, even if it is tarka or anumana, even with tarka, anumana, other pramanam, these are apramanam, these are invalid means of knowledge with regard to this Atmaikatva Vijnanam. For this Brahmatmaikatva Vijnanam, the only valid means of knowledge is Shastram. Shastram doesn't have tarka, it doesn't have anumana, it has. In Shastram also tarka is there, Shastra also anumanam is there, inference, but it is in keeping with the Shastram. It is not the pramanam for knowing the vastu, knowing the ekatvam. It is in keeping with the Shastram. That is why Shruti Mata Tarkonusandhiyatam. The tarka, the logic, the logical argument, the reasoning also should be in keeping with the Shruti, not outside the Shruti. Similarly, the anumanam, the inference also should not. The Shastram also uses anumanam, but it doesn't violate the anumanam pramanam. It should not be baditam. Anumanam being what it is. In Shastram also when it presents Brahma through, it also uses anumanam, but anumanam not as a pramanam, anumana, but anumanam, it doesn't, it is not, anumanam is not violated or there is no wrong anumanam. So even in anumanam, the inference also in keeping with the reasoning, keeping with the logic. Shastram also presents the tattvam, dharma tattvam, without violating the reasoning logic. That is the condition of the pramana. So therefore, this pramana upapannam in keeping with the Shruti, in keeping with the Shastra pramanam, this Brahmatmaikatva Vijnanam, that knowledge, the knowledge of Atmaikatva Jnanam, the oneness of Atma. Oneness of Atma means jivas are many, therefore there is a understanding that Atmas are many, but Atmas are not many, it is only one. As the upadis are different, so different sparks of fire appear. Similarly, Brahma is only one. Because of the upadi, it appears to be different. Therefore, really, there are no many jivatmas. There is only Atma. Therefore, Ekatvam. Therefore, Atmaikatvam. The Atmaikatva Vijnanam, Pramana Upapannam. That is a Vakya, that is a sentence. The knowledge of the oneness of the Atma, it is Upapannam, it is arrived at by the Pramanam, by the valid means of knowledge, Pramana Upapannam. Okay, it Pramana Upapannam. And it is Asakrit Uchyamanam api Andruja Buddhinam Brahmananam Chetasi na adhiyate. Asakrit Uchyamanam api. This Ekatva Vijnanam, which is Shastra Upapannam, Pramana Upapannam, Brahmananam Chetasi na adhiyate iti. This Jnanam Brahmananam, Brahmana means here it is not the Jati Brahmana. Brahmananam Chetasi means in the mind of the Brahmana, that is these Shishya, the students. Brahmananam means the seekers of, or the one who wants to know Brahma, Jigyasu Nam. Brahmananam means Jigyasu Nam. So in the mind of these students, Jigyasu, Mumukshu Nam, Chetasi, in the mind, na adiyate, not understood, not well settled this knowledge in the mind of the student. Why? Brahmananam Andruja Buddhinam. The buddhi is not Riju. Riju is straight. Now this Raju is straight, that from that only we get Arjavam, straightforwardness, Arjavam. The Buddhi is not Raju, it is not straight. It means the Buddhi is not straight, means it is overpowered by the other darshana, it is overpowered by the tarka, it is overpowered by other pramanam, not understanding the Shastra Pramanam, even doubting the Shastra Pramanam. So that is the Raju Buddhi. That is the Raju Buddhi. So Raju Buddhi Nam, Anruju Buddhi Nam, Anruju, Raju, Anruju. So it is negative. Anruju Buddhi Nam. The mind is bent. It is not straight. That is the meaning. The mind is Anruju. Anruju Buddhi Nam. The mind is bent. The mind is not straight. The mind doesn't appreciate this jnanam. Therefore, what jnanam? This Atmaikatva Vijnanam. That is the reality. That is the reality. That alone appears as this Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. So this knowledge in the mind of the students, the Chetasi, na adiyate. Therefore only punaf punaha. Therefore only this the Shruti punaf punaha, again and again, it repeats. Why it repeats? This Brahmana, the students have got the buddhi which is influenced. Because it is influenced by many darshana and tarka, etc. Therefore, Anruja Buddhinam, Brahmananam, and it has got one more adjective. Aneka Tarkika Kubuddhi Vichalita Antakarananam. This is the Visheshana for the Brahmana. Two Visheshanas are there, Andruja Buddhinam, Brahmananam. So, the Brahmana, the students of the mind, the mind of the students, the mind of the students, it is Andruju. It is Andruju. For that, why it is Andruju? The reason is given in the form of the Visheshana. This Visheshana is Hetugarbha Visheshana. The Visheshana is Hetugarbha Visheshana. It has the Hetu. It has the Hetu for this Andruju Buddhi. It has the Hetu for this Andruju Buddhi. So, what is the Hetu? Aneka Tarkika Kubuddhi Vichalita Antakarananam. The Antakarana, the mind, which is Vichalita, which is shaken, which is Vichalita, which is shaken by the wrong understanding or misconception of Aneka Tarkika Kubuddhi Vichalita Antakarananam. The mind which is shaken by the misconceptions of many logic, many tarka. So the mind is influenced by various misconceptions or the wrong logic. It is presented by different darshana. So therefore, because of this, the logic, because of this, the reasoning, the logic, and they forget, or their mind is taken over, forgetting this Shastram is the Pramana, taking that to be the Tarka, taking the other Darshana or the logic to be valid. Therefore, their mind is overpowered. Why their mind is overpowered? Why their mind is Andruja Buddhi? For this is the Hetu. This is the cause. Because their mind is influenced by the wrong logic. And wrong logic are many. Aneka. There are many. Tarkika, the logic. Kubuddhi. Kubuddhi is wrong understanding. Buddhi, kubuddhi. The buddhi, opposite of buddhi is kubuddhi, wrong understanding. Buddhi is knowledge, wrong understanding. So, aneka tarkika kubuddhi vichalita. Because of the wrong understanding caused by various and many logic, the reasoning. Therefore, antakarana is vichalita, and antakarana is shaken. Therefore, Andruja Buddhi nam, Brahmananam, Chetasi, na adiyate. It is, this knowledge is not well established or well arrived at in the mind of the students. Why? Because they have the Andruja Buddhi. They don't have this Ruju Buddhi, the Buddhi which is not straightforward. It means the Buddhi is confused. Buddhi is confused. They don't have that strong understanding. So, therefore only asakrit uchyamanam api. Asakrit uchyamanam api. Sakrit means once. Asakrit means repeated. Not once, many times. Asakrit uchyamanam api. Even though it is told many times, told more than once. This Andruja Buddhi nam, Brahmananam Chetasi na adiyate. Even though it is told more than once, this Ekatva Vijnanam, which is arrived by the Shastra Pramanam, that knowledge doesn't take place in the mind of the students because the Buddhi is Andruju, and also the Buddhi is overpowered or influenced by the wrong logic, by wrong many logic. So therefore only this tat pratipadane. Therefore only Shruti tat pratipadana. What is tat? Brahma pratipadane. This ekatva vijnana pratipadane. This Shruti Adaravati Shruti, the Shruti which has the commitment to present this ekatva vijnanam punaha aha. Again and again, it repeats, it says the same idea it repeats. Therefore, it is not a punarukti dosha, it is only to make this jnanam drida by removing all the wrong conceptions. punah punaha aha iti Bhashyakara gives the Sangati. Then this mantra, Agnir itheko bhuvanam pravishtaha. The nature of Atma, the Swarupam of Atma is presented, as I told, with an example, Agni. Agni is present in the entire world. Agni is presented. If you ask how it is, because from Agni only this Akashad Vayu, Vayu Agnihi, Agnehe Apaha, Apaha Prithvi, this Prithvi, the Jagat has got Agni because it has come from Agni Tattvam. It may not be available for your sight, but it is there. It can be felt. Even if it is not there, it can be felt. So, even an object, even in the object, that where there is a movement, the movement of these molecules and atoms, where there is movement, Agni will be there. So, Agni is present. Agni is present everywhere. There is no place where Agni is there. Agni is potentially present. Agni is potentially present without having any particular form. Therefore, it is everywhere, it is present. Whether it is a stone or whether it is a wood, Agni is present. Does it have a shape? It doesn't have the shape, but it appears to have the shape of the material which is burned. So the manifest Agni takes the shape of the material that being burnt. Therefore, it appears to have form. It appears to be limited. It appears to have a locus. But really speaking, it is everywhere. So like Agni only, Atma also, Brahma also doesn't have a particular form, doesn't have a particular location. It is Sarva Vyapi, and it is not, and there and Atma is they are not many. Brahma is not many. It is only one, and it is Chit, Chetana. It is Chetana. So therefore, this Atma, this Chaitanyam, it is formless, appears to be having form, appears to be having the form because of the Upadhi, and doesn't have location, appears to have location because of the Upadhi. Like this Sharira, in this Sharira, Atma is there, but Atma seems to enjoy this form. Atma enjoys the form, but the form is not Atma. Atma seems to be located there, not only located here, it's located everywhere. The all pervasive, the Atma is present in this Shariram also. Yata, the Akasha is everywhere. Similarly, present in the Gata also. Gata, Akasha, Bhagya, Akasha, there is no difference. Akasha is everywhere. Similarly, the consciousness, the Chaitanyam also present everywhere, but it seems to be located, it seems to be limited because of this Upadhi. The mistake, taking the mistake that there are many because of this Upadhi. This Upadhi, Veda is transferred to Atma, therefore only Atma is taken to be many. But Atma is only one. Because it is taken to be many, therefore only Jivatvam, therefore only Agam Karta, Agam Bhokta, Agam Sukhi, Agam Dukhi. Therefore only we say this Papa, Atma, Punya Atma, all these things, this Veda, because of this, because of the seeming differences, because of the seeming differences of the Atma due to Upadhi. So therefore the Upanishad here says, Yata Agnihi, Ekaha Agnihi, not many, Ekaha Agnihi. Agni is Ekaha, only one. Bhuvanam Pravishtaha, this Agnihi, Ekaha Agnihi, this one Agni, Bhuvanam Pravishtaha, having entered the world. Bhuvanam is this loka, the world. Pravishtaha, it entered. What entered is Agnihi. Yata Agnihi Bhuvanam Pravishtaha, having entered this world. having manifested in the form of this world, then Pravishtaha Rupam Rupam Prati Rupam Babhuva. Babhuva is lit lakara. The fire became, or as though endowed with, as though appears to be Rupam Rupam Prati Rupo. Rupam Rupam Prati. In Rupam Rupam Prati, that is in keeping with the Rupa Rupa, in keeping with the Rupa, in keeping with the forms, in keeping with the various forms, that is various forms of the object. The object of the fuel, where the Agni manifest. So in keeping with the various form, Agni also assumes that form. Agni also takes that form. Therefore, Pratirupam. Pratirupaha asti asti. Iti, the one who has the form similar to the object through which it manifests. So Agni, which doesn't have form but appears a form of the object. When it manifests, it appears the form of the object. The wood has got a form, but Agni doesn't have a form. When the wood is burnt, Agni seems to have a form. When a charcoal is burnt, Agni seems to have the form of the charcoal. So it appears to be having the form. It assumes a form. It assumes a form of the object which is burnt, but Agni doesn't have form. So Rupam Rupam Pratirupaha Babuva. Agnihi Pratirupaha Babuva. So Ekaha Agnihi Pratirupaha Babuva, for which the reason is Rupam, for which the reason is the many objects, the fuels are there. Many Indhanams are there. Indhanam doesn't have the common form. Indhanam have got different forms. Therefore, in keeping with the Rupa of the various Indhanam, Rupam referring to the many Indhanam, many fuel. Wood is also fuel. Petrol is also fuel. Kerosene also fuel. Petrol, kerosene, these are liquid fuels. There are solid fuel. There are gaseous fuel. The Agni takes that form. Therefore, Pratirupaha Agnihi Babuva Rupam. So, similarly, Tata, the same way, Tata, Ekaha Atma Sarvabhutantaratma, Ekaha Sarvabhutantaratma, Rupam Pratirupaha Babuva, we have to stop, we have to supply and stop, and Bhagischa. Similarly, Ekaha Sarvabhutantaratma, that one Atma, it is Antara Atma. Antara means this Pratyahatma. It is the Atma which is present in all the beings. About Pratyak, already we discussed. Pratyak doesn't mean it is only inside. That which doesn't have inside and outside is called Pratyak. That which is a substance of the beings, that is Atma. So that Sarva Bhutantaratma, the Atma which is in all the beings, the one Atma which is present in all the beings, because of which the beings are alive or beings are conscious, that Atma, that seems to be endowed with different forms in keeping with the various forms. The various forms are the body. In keeping with the forms of this Upadhi, the Shariram, this Atma appears to be endowed with that particular form, that Upadhi Rupam. Upadhi Rupam referring to the Binna Upadhi. This Upadhi which are Binnaha. So this Upadhis which are many, in keeping with the Rupam, the forms of the Upadhi, this Antaratma, this Atma, it appears. It appears not same, many. In Jiva, in human beings, in human beings, it is seems to be having the form of the human form, Manushya form. In Deva, has got a different, it seems to have a different form. In animals, the same Atma seems to have a different from animal form, animal Atma, that form of the animal, the Pashu. Similarly, in Pakshi, Kita, etc., in all these different upadhis, the same Atma manifests and appear to enjoy the upadhi, the form of the upadhi, the rupa of the upadhi. So the Atma enjoys the multiform because of the different upadhi. The same Atma appears to have that particular form of the upadhi, like fire, yata agnihi. Agnihi ekaha, Atma pi ekaha. Yata agnihi rupam rupam pratirupaha bhavati, tata Atma api. Sarva bhutantaratma rupam rupam ekaha Atma rupam rupam pratirupaha bhavati. That is the Dashtanta. Dashtanta is Atma. Dashtanta is Agni. So, therefore, Sarva bhutantaratma ekaha Atma Sarva bhutantaratma pratirupaha bhavati. Bhagischa. Bhagischa means it is atit, it is transcends. It is not only, it is not it is present everywhere, but it is satyam and everything is mithya. Therefore bhagischa. Therefore bhagischa, like the clay of taking the shape of the pot and other objects. The clay alone has become the pot, but clay is always untouched. Therefore, bhagischa. The previous mantra, visa na atyeti kaschana. That is the meaning, bhagischa. It is always it is untouched, uncontaminated. That is the meaning, bhagischa. Bhagischa bhavati. Atma bhagihi bhagischa bhavati. Not bhagihi means not literally outside. Bhagischa bhavati is Atma always remains untouched, uncontaminated by the upadhi Veda. It remains always as Advaita Tattvam. It cannot be made into, it cannot be restricted to this Dvaita Prapancha, this Dvaitam. This Dvaitam enjoys existence because of this Advaita Atma. That is what Bhagischa means. Bhagihi Bhavati. In the presence of Atma, everything seems to enjoy the consciousness. But Atma is that consciousness without which these do not exist. Therefore, it is Satyam, that Satya Vastu Brahma. Bhagihi Bhavati. It is Satyam, everything is Mithya. That is the meaning of the word Bhagihi. Therefore, transcending everything, it continues to be in its Swarupam, not confined by this Upadhi Veda. Now we will read the Bhashyam. Agnihi yata ekaha eva.
Agnihi
yata ekaha eva.
Prakashatma san.
Prakashatma sanna
Bhuvanam.
Bhuvanam.
Bhavanti asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam.
Bhavanti asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam.
Ayam lokaha.
Ayam lokaha
Lokaha.
Am imam pravishtaha anupravishtaha.
tam
Imam pravishtaha
anupravishtaha
Rupam rupam prati.
rupam
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 prati.
Darvadi dakhya vedam pratiti.
Darvadi bhashya
Bhashya
prati
vedam
iti
iti.
Pratityartaha.
pratityartaha
Pratityartaha.
Pratirupaha.
प्रतिरूपः
प्रतिरूपः
तत्र प्रतिरूपवान्
तत्र
तत्र
प्रतिरूपवान्
दाह्य भेदेन
दाह्यभेदेन
बहुविधः बभूव
बहुविधः
बहुविधः
बभूव
So Agnihi ekah yata ekah Agnihi, just as the fire is only one, it is only one. That Agnihi ekah Agnihi eva prakashatma san. Agnihi is prakashatma. It is, nature is prakasha, the brilliance, the shine, the effulgence. Bhuvanam pravishtaha, it enters the bhuvana. Bhuvana is the loka. Bhashyakara gives the meaning of the word bhuvanam, the vyutpatti. Bhavanti asmin iti bhutani. Bhuvanam is bhuvanam asmin bhutani bhavanti iti bhuvanam. That is, beings are born in which, that is called bhuvana. That is loka. Beings are born in this loka, in this world. Therefore, it is called bhavanam. Bhutani bhavanti. Kutra asmin. Asmin prithvyam. Asmin bhuvane. Prithvyam. So, asmin bhutani bhavanti. The bhutas, they are born and they live and they resolve in this world. Therefore, this is called bhuvanam. Bhuvanam ayam lokaha. This loka, the world. So, bhuvanam pravishtaha. Tam imam pravishtaha anupravishtaha. What? This Agni. The Agni has entered this world, this loka, in which all the beings are born. In which all the beings are born. What is this entering? Was it there outside to enter? Entering means it is available. It is available. The availability of the Agni, the availability of the Agni in the Bhuvanam, that is called entering. Pravishtaha, this Pravesha Shruti is there. Atma, this having created this, the Brahma has entered the Prapancha, the world. In the Aitara Upanishad, the Pravesha, it is not that it is outside and it came inside. Not like that. It manifests. It is manifest in the form of this loka. That is the meaning. So its availability, its presence in the form of this loka. So even we say, we have seen before, Guham Pravishya Tishtanti iti. Atma having entered the Guha. It is not the Guha was empty and Atma entered. Atma is available. It is Upalabdhi Sthanam in the Buddhi Guha. Atma is available in the Buddhi Guha. That is what we saw. Guhayam Pravishya Tishtanti iti. Similarly, here also, this Agni which is available in the form of this loka, that is called entering. Shruti uses the word pravishtaha. We have to understand the meaning of the word. The fire, the Agni, it is available. It's available everywhere in this loka, in this bhuvana. That is entering. That is presented as having entered the world. Figurative presentation of that Agni, the presence of Agni everywhere, pravishtaha by Shruti. So, therefore, the Agni which is present in this bhuvana, then rupam prati. Rupam prati, in keeping with the various forms. What are those various forms? Darvadi bhaghya vedam prati, in keeping with the Veda, the differences of form. Darvadi daghya. Daghya is that which is Dagana Yogya, that which is Dagana Yogya, that can be burnt. So that means fuel. It means fuel, Indanam. Daghya means Indanam. What are the Indanam? Darvadi, Daru Adi. Daru means good. So in keeping with the differences of the Indanam, the Daghya, like Daru, etc. Rupam prati, pratirupaha. प्रतिरूपः बभूव तत्र तत्र प्रतिरूपवान् भवति. In keeping with the daru adi, this indanam, the differences, this agni pratirupaha tatra tatra, that is in that respective, this the indanam daghya appears. Pratirupavan bhavati, takes a form, takes a similar form, takes a form of the fuel. Daghya bedena, in keeping with the daghya beda, in keeping with the differences, in keeping with the upadi, the form of the daghya, the indanam, bhaguvidaha babuva. It appears bhaguvidaha, many types, many forms. So one fire assumes many forms in keeping with the various indanam, the various fuels, the various forms of fuels, indanam. That is the drishtanta. Then dashtanta. We will read. Ekaha eva.
एकः
एकः
एव
एव
तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा.
तथा
तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
सर्वेषां भूतानां
सर्वेषां
सर्वेषां
भूतानां
भूतानाम्
आभ्यन्तर आत्मा.
अभ्यन्तर आत्मा
आभ्यन्तर अतिसूक्ष्मत्वात्
अतिसूक्ष्मत्वात्
धार्वादिषु इव
दार्वादिषु इव
इव
सर्वदेहं प्रति
सर्वदेहं प्रति
प्रविष्टत्वात्
प्रविष्टत्वात्
प्रतिरूपः बभूव.
प्रतिरूपः
प्रतिरूपः
बभूव
बहिश्च
बहिश्च
स्वेन अविकृतेन रूपेण आकाशवत्.
स्वेन
अविकृतेन
रूपेण
स्वरूपेण आकाशवत्
आकाशत्वात्
आकाशवत् not आकाशत्वात्. Like akasha svena rupena avikritena rupena tishtati. Bhagi, that's called bhagihi means. So dashtanta is presented, that is Brahma is presented here, Brahmatma. That we will see. We will see that in the next class. Meaning of this line. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद।